So I've scoured all of YouTube trying to figure out an answer to this, probably multiple years of trying to figure this out. And I'm doing this video today so that way people in the future who are trying to build a digital marketing agency have the answer to this question, and you can explain it to your prospective clients or your current clients how this works, so that way you can keep them on board many months, if not multiple years, or ideally perpetually until you sell your agency. All right, time to get serious. Hats off. Welcome into the office and welcome into my computer. Now, I need to cover this first because I didn't mention in the intro, but if you're running ads, whether it's Facebook or Google search ads, then your service is going to run in perpetuity as long as the client wants to continue growing their business, because it's just cut and dry. It's either the ads are on and they're running or not. SEO in perpetuity and having a client pay for this each month is something that a lot of people seem to get stuck on, and I got stuck with this as well multiple times with multiple clients where we execute a campaign for them. Let's say it's 6 months, they've signed on board, they paid $1,000 a month, $1,250 a month, whatever it is. And then after 6 months, they're at their ranking and they're like, all right, well, we got our ranking, see you later. And I'm thinking, well, see you later. And then I'm realizing, oh, I have to go get another client to replace that $1,000 a month that was coming in. Great. And that's not a fun spot to be, because then you have to go scramble and get more clients. So the first step in ensuring that this is not going to happen is delivering value, that they see value in your service. They like the website that you've built for them. They like the appearance and it looks good. It demonstrates and explains their services, has calls to action, all that sort of good stuff. And then also, more importantly, an ROI, return on investment, for what they're putting into paying your agency for the work that you're doing. So for example, if a client is paying my agency $1,500 a month, which is $18,000 a year, then ideally we'd like to see at least $36,000 per year new revenue coming in. And that's on the very low end. Most of the time it's generally a lot more than that. But at the very minimal, seeing at least a 2x ROI. Oftentimes it's well over 10 times that, but it depends on the services offered by the client and what their sales cycle is like and how their sales process is. Anyways, being able to check both of these boxes right here for value and ROI is extremely important, because then this is what's the first step to having clients stay on board, is when they like how their website looks, they like how their image is portrayed, and they like the idea of turning 18,000 into 36, 50, 75, 100,000, or in some cases for some of my clients, 200, 300, 400, 500,000 dollars a year in new revenue. Okay, so the first phase of the SEO campaign is generally going to be a 6-month commitment right here, and that's going to be the headquartered city for the homepage for the client's site and some of the other service pages as well. So for the homepage in my niche, the example would be landscaping, let's say Pensacola, Florida, for example. So it'd be landscaping and lawn care in Pensacola, Florida. That's the searches that we're trying to rank their homepage for. And then what you're going to be doing beyond that is for each individual service page. So you got yard grading, you have lawn mowing, fertilizing, weed control, all these other different services, paver patio installation, retaining wall, whatever services they offer. Each one of those service pages is going to be optimized for the service in that city. So that way it's going to be able to rank for yard grading in Pensacola, or lawn mowing in Pensacola, or paver patio installation, paver installation, Pensacola, Florida. And what you're going to be able to do, and what you're going to be doing, is building backlinks. So that's going to start off with your citations. Then eventually you're going to start increasing the authority with then you're going to be increasing the authority with press releases and other high authority backlinks like that. And you're going to be doing that to the homepage. Usually for a lot of these service pages right here, you don't have to do a whole lot of link building to get them to climb up, especially because the authority of the whole site is increasing. These will generally not need direct backlinks pointing to them, but if it is required, then that's what you put in place right there. So that's the first phase. Generally, that's going to be minimum 4 months, depending on the city that you are targeting. Otherwise, I usually err on the side of 6 months to make that happen. So the next phase is going to be usually the 6 to 12, sometimes even 16 or 18 months to expand the site even further. And we build these pages at the time when the site is built, but we don't really do a whole lot of link building with these until we're starting to rank these, until phase 1 is complete. So these are going to be the City Plus service pages for other cities in their service area for one service that they elect to have this page all about. So for example, with a landscaping or lawn care company, we ask them, which one do you want? A lot of them will choose landscaping because it's higher revenue producing. So we'll go, and if we're using the Pensacola example, which is not a good example because I can't think of any cities around there, but let's just say whatever suburb city around there, or just maybe if the company is based in a suburb, it's just a neighboring suburban city that you're building another page for. And this is going to be a page that's all about that service in that city, lots of good relevant information, some imagery, links to other service pages, and a whole bunch of other good stuff like that. Lots of content on there, because this is, again, just like another homepage where someone's going to be coming in and they're going to be landing on this page and need to learn about that particular company and what they have to offer. So then once these pages are built and indexed, and sometimes this takes a lot of time for Google to crawl these sites and index them, and you're looking at more links being built to these particular pages. And so there is the first year, if not year and a half, of them working with you, with all that work being done right there to get them results. One thing I need to note is that you're going to encounter this in probably 1 out of every 5, maybe 10 strategy sessions, and that's going to be a client or prospect that's going to ask, once we're ranking, do we need to continue paying you? And with the way that I have my agency set up, there are the other things like the review syndication system, that sort of stuff that work every single month. Clients should always see value in that, so that's what justifies that every continual, but also what goes on in phase 3 and 4 as well. However, what you need to explain in this situation is that there are things that go into link acquisition. There's the acquisition cost, there's the maintenance cost, maintenance labor, that sort of stuff for backlinks, directories, and press releases, other blogger outreach, that sort of stuff. That you don't need to explain the full-on margin, how much it costs. You just need to explain to them that there are monthly things that go into this, monthly labor, monthly costs. In order to maintain those rankings, they need to stay on board with us. Otherwise, if they stop working with us, those rankings over time are going to drop because all those high authority backlinks are going to go away. So just explain that, and that's what's going to keep them in the frame of, okay, I need to have this service and I need to continue going. It costs $2 for us to bring them 10 over the long haul, and that's what they really need to understand. This is an ROI, this is not a backlink service. And if you have someone who is nitpicky on price and asking about backlinks and how many are gonna be built, then it's probably best to send them packing because 1, abundance mindset, baby, but 2, they're not going to be a good client because they don't see the value in the system that you have in place that is proven to work and bring an ROI. So they can either try to do it on their own, which good luck there, or 2, they can hire someone in-house or hire a different agency, whatever. Someone in-house is going to cost way more than an agency is going to cost, especially if you're at $1,500 to $3,000 a month. You're looking at way more than that just for a salary for somebody in-house for a marketing team. But anyways, we're selling an investment. We're not selling a backlink service. So remember that. So phase 3 is something that actually begins at the very beginning when you're building out the initial pages for the headquarters, for the homepage and all that sort of stuff. But this is going to be with the blog posts that you write or have written, and then you add them to the site each month. Once a month is what we do for our clients for blog posts. And what you'll want to be doing is, of course, have relevant content on each blog post that's related to the services. Don't make it some junk content. You want this to be good. Spend some money on it from a good writer and make sure it's relevant and topical to what the service is. So for example, if you have a client that's in Florida and they're a plumber, you should not be writing about frozen pipes because there's a very low chance of that happening there. So make sure it makes sense to the company. But also what you want to be doing is incorporating geographical things to this content and answer questions that people are going to type into the search result, because this is what a lot of people do, and this is where you can capture some more traffic and more conversions with associating calls to action throughout the content. So, for example, a great one would be someone asking, when do I fertilize my yard in whatever state or whatever city, region, metro area, whatever you want to word it as. And when you have content that's about that, you have all these different blog posts that are about these types of questions, and they answer these questions very well with a lot of information that's helpful. Google not only is going to see that, okay, this is a great blog post, we're going to index it, but they see the authority with the domain that it's coming from all the links and stuff that were built to the homepage and all the other city plus service pages and everything else. And then you start actually doing backlinks to these pages as well, to these blog posts. You're going to be able to see these blog posts rank very well for these keywords that people are typing in. And what that's going to allow you to do is get more traffic to your client's website. With calls to action in there, that's going to turn into more leads. So calls and contact form submissions. So this is something that can basically continue on and on and on, and you wouldn't even necessarily have to go beyond these 10 pages for the other cities. But if your client wants to move on to another 10 set of pages, this is where you can do that as well. So another 10 of the same service in different cities, if they're in a large enough area to have 20 cities that they actually service. Or you could do another branch of service. So if these ones here were landscaping for these particular cities, then this right here could be lawn care in that particular city. And then another one for snow removal, another one after that for tree service, another one after that for irrigation. And you can continue that. And basically what I would recommend doing is one set of these 10 new pages per year for part of your campaign and what the work that's going to be done with of course, the blog posting being continual as well. So that's how you bring a client into your agency and do SEO and keep them on board for many months, multiple years, and ideally until you sell your agency, delivering value and results. And when they see the results that come in, they're going to be more than willing to pay a very nominal fee every single month to continue bringing that in, because what business owner is not going to want to turn 18 or 24 or $36,000 each year into $50,000, $100,000, $250,000, $500,000 or more per year in new revenue? It's just a no-brainer for most businesses if they see the value in the service and they like the ROI that they get. So this right here is a proven framework to just go out there and make things happen, have happy clients, and that's going to make you a happy agency owner, because it makes me happy doing this for my clients, and I'm extremely fulfilled because I see the results driven for clients, and in turn that brings me what I want, which is more revenue every single month. So if you like this video, be sure to go down below, drop a like, comment with your thoughts down below. If you want to stay up to date on my journey and all the content I share here on my channel, smash that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications so you know when the newest content comes live. So with that said, I'll see you guys in the next video.